second here. We're going to get started shortly. Just need to get that all right there. All right. So welcome to the HIIT circuit. I'm Dave for those that don't know me. We're going to start a little bit early just because we're going to try to end a little bit early. So I'm just going to start with my arm swings. We have a Teams event for getting your motivation back immediately after this workout. So that's something that you've struggled with in the past. Maybe you're not currently struggling with it. Maybe you are. Click that link that I posted in Facebook, and a great event to join, ask some questions. The arm swings, I'm just going palms up and then palms down as I cross my body, and I alternate with arms on top. We'll just go into some standing rotations. So I'm linking my fingers behind my head, pulling my elbows back, and just rotating from the torso. So in today's workout, we have two groups, 6 exercises in each group, and we're going to do 2 sets each. We have 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, and depending on the time at the end, I might throw in a little extra core challenge, a little extra core workout. And we'll just go into our sort of quarter half squats here, not going too big, too deep. We're just hinging at the hips, bending at the knees, just getting a little bit more blood flowing in the legs. And we'll go into our hip hinges. So I hinge from the hips, draw my hands down my body. And then I'm going to stand up, pull my left fingers back, arms overhead. Hips to the left, lean to the right, and we reverse that. We're going to do that one more time. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to put them in the comment box. I do have them up. And if you are joining, feel free to say hello. I like to see who's in the class. So this time I'm pulling back on my right fingers. I'm just doing the same thing. Like to see who's in the class. Like to see who's participating. So we're done with that. What we're going to do next is our lunge with our overhead, sort of turning it almost into a crescent lunge or warrior. So what I'm doing is I'm taking an exaggerated step forward, and then I'm just lifting my arms in line with my ears, stepping back. It's not so much a lunge as I'm not going down. I'm just sort of taking an exaggerated step, pushing off, and then just lifting up my arms in line with my ears. Without further ado, we will get started. Like I said, you don't need equipment, but it will certainly make, if you're a little bit more of an experienced exerciser, make this a little bit more challenging for you. The first exercise, I'm actually going to use my resistance band. We have our lateral squat walk, so I'll demonstrate this. For some reason, my timer didn't get fixed here, so let's see if we can fix that. I'm going to use a resistance band here. I'm going to step inside it. Get my water out of the way here. I'm going to step inside it. I'm going to squat, and then I'm going to laterally walk. So from this side here, it's just a quarter squat. If you don't have a resistance band or you're using a weight, you can hold the weight and step. Or you can just get down into that squat and step, right? You don't need any extra resistance. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Squat jacks. We're going to start that squat, touch down, jack with the feet, and we can alternate which side we touch the ground with. Renegade rows. High plank position. You don't need weights for this, and we're just alternating. If you want to use the weight, you can row the weight past your body, pulling the elbows past the body. Lateral shuffle. We're down. It's more of a cardio motion. I step, a few steps, step. Swimmer's raises. Lightweight or no weight at all. Out to the side, to the front, down, to the front, the side, down. And last but not least, our bear crawl. Make sure I'm on camera here. Quadruped position. Knees just off the ground. We crawl forward. All right. Without further ado, we'll start with that lateral squat walk. 3, 2, and 1. Down in that squat position. 30 seconds on. 15 seconds rest between exercises. Camera's not set up the best today, so I'll just try to stay in frame. Take a little lower to that squat. Chest stays up. Toes, knees, hips all facing forward. Almost there. All right, 15 seconds to grab some water, get set up. Before we go into those squat jacks. Whew. All right, again, 3, 2, and 1. So I hinge, and then I'm touching down. In that squat, touching the ground, keeping my chest up. If you need to modify this, you can always just step, squat, step, step, squat, step, right? Or just always, you can slow it down, you can speed it up, whatever you need to do. We're done there. We'll get into our position for our renegade row, starting on the 130 mark. Feet go as wide as you need to, so that your hips don't wobble during this. So you can see my torso, show you guys from the front, my torso doesn't wobble as I pull my elbow past my body. I stay nice and strong. I'm more focused on pulling my elbow past my body than I am pulling the weight up. And that will ensure you're using your back. All right, time there. Get up for our lateral shuffles. We start those on the 15 mark. Make sure your area is clear. When I'm heading to the right, I'm going to touch down with my right. When I head to the left, I'm going to touch down my left hand to my left foot. Got to stay on frame here. Lots of juggle. But I'm always staying square to the front of the room. And time. All right. Swimmers raises. So again, no weight at all because your arms do have weight. Or we're using lightweight here. Go up, to the side, and down, and then we just reverse that. Try to never allow your arms to rest at the bottom. So I'm not dropping the weight to the side, and I'm not allowing them to touch my front. When I finish, 10 degrees, and like 10 degrees again, not touching, right? That's going to keep tension on the shoulder the whole time. And time there. That time. Set those down out of the way. Get into our bear crawl. Okay, quadrant position. And then all I do is I lift my knees off the ground and I'm walking slowly. And you can turn around or you can go a little bit more challenging. And we can do our backwards bear crawl walk. Almost there, 6 seconds. All right. So we're just moving right into round 2. I'll show you what it looks like with a dumbbell. 3, 2, and 1. So I still stay square. My wrists and elbows are stacked. I grabbed a dumbbell that was way too heavy for this, but I'm going to push myself. The legs are strong. I am strong. As long as I keep telling myself that, I'll make it through it. 10 seconds. Almost there, keep pushing. 5. All right, squat jacks are next. Go on to 15. Again, I'm just hinging from the hips. Touch down. I do that jumping jack with my feet, and I touch it down again. Touch down. Jack. Alternate the hand. And you can really pick this one up, right? Going at your own pace, so you can do the whole 30 seconds is important. Almost there. All right, get down into our renegade rows. Again, you don't need weight for this one. You can always just pull your elbow past your body. The same principle works. You still have to stabilize your body from toppling using those same oblique muscles. The weight just adds a little bit of an extra challenge. Over halfway. Three, 2, and 1. All right, grab some water. Move on to our lateral shuffle. Three, 2, and 1. And this time we're going to try going opposite reach. So when I head to the left, or when I head to the right, I'll touch my opposite foot with the opposite hand. See how I reach across there? I keep the chest up still. Looks like I have a bit more spot to run that way, so be sure to do that. There we go. All right, swimmer's raises. You can even use cans of soup for this, right? I just have some 5-pound dumbbells here. You can use a couple water bottles. Anything to add a little extra weight if you don't feel it's so challenging yet. Right? And I only lift to shoulder height. I don't go higher than that. And I'm never resting at the bottom. Shoulders are always engaged. Shoulders are starting to burn now. Almost done. Okay. We're finished with those bear crawls for round 1. We're starting on the 15 mark. I'll be sure you use more of my camera that way. Yeah, quadruped position. The knees are just hovering above the ground, right? And I go backwards. A little bit more challenging. Got that nice tabletop in my back though, right? Nice and flat. Almost there. 5 to go. Awesome. Okay. We go on to 2. I'm just gonna do that. So we have a close grip press. And I'm going to demonstrate these all relatively quickly, and we'll just sort of get into it just to keep the time moving. Close grip press. When I'm on the ground, I'm using my heavier dumbbells. My elbows are pinned to my side, and my thumbs are pointed behind me, right? It's almost like I'm in a thumbs up position, but on the ground. Or we can do our diamond push-up. Hands together under the chest, elbows tucked in. You can do that modified as well. We're doing something a little different in this one, in that we're doing a static exercise after our dynamic exercise. So for the push-up hold, we're just going to hold a push-up as long as we can in that bottom position. And when you need to take a break, you can go ahead and take a break. You can do it for modified. But essentially, we want our chest just hovering above the ground. We have our reverse lunges. Again, you can use a weight for these. Reverse lunges. We're going to go into a wall sit with curl. If you don't have a wall that's readily accessible, go ahead and just do a squat hold. Hinged reverse fly. Again, you don't need weights for these ones. We're going to hinge at the hips, elbows at shoulder level, and we're going to bring those back. Lightweight if you're using weight. And then we just finish with our walkouts. So this is the only one where we sort of break that exception for a cardio exercise. But in the interest of keeping things moving, we'll get going with those close grip dumbbell presses or diamond push-ups. In 3, 2, and 1. My thumb or my hands are in the neutral grip. Elbows end up at my sides. And I don't rest at the bottom, right? My triceps may touch, but I'm never resting, right? Always engaged. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. I said, I'm on my legs. Get up. Enough time to sort of shake out those arms, grab some water, because on the 45 mark, we go into that push-up hold. A lot more challenging than you think it's going to be. If you need to take a break or rest during it, go ahead and do that. I know I might need to. Oh, I started a little over there. Another thing you could do is you could just slowly lower yourself to the ground instead if you find it too boring to hold. But just try to keep that straight line. See, I need to adjust my hips there. Holding that push-up. If I need to drop to my knees, I can drop to my knees. Same thing. Straight line. Almost there. And time. All right, so pretty challenging there. Just for a little added resistance, I'm going to grab my light dumbbells on this. You can grab one heavy one in front of you if you'd like. So we go into those reverse lunges. Exaggerated step backwards. Forward leg. It's the leg that is fronting the load. Dumbbells just hang at my side. I alternate which legs I use. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, for 15 seconds, you can do all one leg. 15 seconds, all the other leg. I'm going to continue alternating. Again, you don't need weight for this. In time there. Got our wall sits next. Maybe you have difficulty with the lunge. Or we can always just do like a quarter lunge. Just to get those same muscles working. All right, wall sit with curl. Legs are bent at 90-90. That means my feet are under my knees. My legs are bent at 90. I'm not too high. I'm not too low. Perfect 90-degree angles. The curls are just here to distract you from the pain of your legs and how much this kind of sucks. Oh, we're almost there. 5 to go. 2. All right. Hinge reverse, hinge reverse flies on the 3-minute mark. I'm hinging from the hips. My elbows are up. And all I do is I open up and I close. Keep those elbows up. Just a slight hinge forward. Elbows up, elbows up, elbows up. And you don't need a lot of weight on this. I sort of wish I had 3 pounds on these ones. Keeping those elbows up is a chore. It is difficult. Then we squeeze the shoulder blades at the back. Really squeeze. And time. Lost a little bit of my hinge there. And we finish with our walkouts. Remember these. I'll show you one before we get started here. Start on the 45. I walk out, high plank position. I stand up, right? Go down, walk out, high plank position, stand up. And you can go as fast or slow as you need to on these to make it your workout, right? I often talk about making your workout your own. And what that means is, based on your goals for the session, one more walkout here. We'll rest. Back to the close grip press. What I mean by that is, whatever your goals are for the workout, you're pushing yourself in a way that makes your workout make sense for you, makes it appropriate for you. We started with our close grip press. Elbows are tucked in, thumbs are pointed back. You could be doing a diamond push-up if you'd rather here. Not a lot of rest on this workout, but we only have 30 minutes to get it all done. You don't really have the option to take too much rest. We'll do one more here. Then we have that push-up hold, or that slow eccentric push-up. You start on the 15 mark, so grab some water if you need. Take breaks when you need. I'm going to start by just doing the slow eccentric push it up. So I'm taking as much time as I can to reach that bottom. And I'm already starting to fatigue. I don't want to fall on my face. So I'm just going to go right into that modified. I'm going to hold right here, right? I'm using those chest muscles. I have that nice straight line. I have to hold for less than 10 more seconds, but my arms are shaking. I'm pushing. You guys can do it too. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I fall down. Oh, those are brutal. We have our reverse lunges next. We start on the minute, on the 6-minute mark. I grab my weights. Reverse lunges or reverse steps. Exaggerated step back. Front leg is the load leg. Back leg is just a kickstand. You notice how my knee in the back doesn't touch the ground, just hovers above it, right? And then my spine is parallel with the load leg shin, right? And I'm not walking a tightrope. I'm sort of walking as I would naturally step. And unfortunately, we're done those, and we have to move on to the wall sits. On the 45, just going to catch my breath. You can grab some water if you'd like. We're getting into that wall sit. 2 and 1. And, we'll just curl away our problems. We'll curl away the pain in our legs. We'll listen to the soothing sound of my voice, even if it's not too soothing. You guys can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. We're curling. 3, 2, and 1. And we're done. More wall sits. We do have those hinge reverse flies that we're going to start on the 30-second mark. Whew. I'm hinging from the hips. Elbows are up. I squeeze the shoulder blades at the back, and then I return. I don't allow my elbows to drop down here. I don't allow my elbows to be up here. Elbows at neutral. Keep the hinge in the hip. We're halfway there. Time to go. You can do it. Keep it up. 5, 2, and 1. All right. Last exercise is our walkouts. Then we're home free. We'll do our cool down, and that will probably be it for today, just so that I can make that Teams meeting on time. Walk down. We walk out. High plank position. I stand back up. Again, I'm just moving at my own pace here. I could certainly be going a lot faster. I could certainly be going a lot slower. But we move through whatever we're comfortable with so that we keep form the whole time. Form is always the most important thing. We're done. So we'll move into our cool down. Take a few minutes to stretch. I'm going to move dumbbells out of the way. We're going to start lying on the ground, sort of in my favorite way to end a workout. So on your back, arms overhead. Take a nice deep breath in and out. In and out. So from this position, I'm going to take my left leg, I'm going to cross it over my right, left hand through the hole, right hand on the outside. We used a lot of these muscles today that you're sort of stretching out now in those lateral walks, lateral shuffles, wall sit, and we'll switch sides. Nice deep breath in and out. And we'll do one more where you can really make some noise. In, out. Then we'll go into our half kneel hip hinge. So I'm kneeling on my right, pushing my hips forward, and my right arm comes up. If you have problems with kneeling and you don't have like a cushion or anything nearby, you can always just do your standing quad stretch instead, if that's a little bit more comfortable for you. You can do that on the ground too. I'll show you with the band. You guys can go ahead and switch sides for those sticking with the hip flexor stretch. What you can do with a band, make sure I'm on camera here, is I can put this around the bottom of my foot. I can lie on my side, and I can stretch this way, right? It's that same quad stretch, but it doesn't require the sort of balance and flexibility to do the standing one. All right, and to finish, we will do our upper trap neck stretch. So I'm going to go right here to right shoulder. And then we're just with my left hand, I'm going to crawl down my side, feeling that stretch there. I don't hold this stretch for too long. I switch sides. 10 seconds max is what I hold that stretch for. I find a lot of people overdo this one and they end up hurting themselves. About 10 seconds each side. All right, and that will do it for today. I know it was a little bit of a shorter class, but hopefully it was still a good one. I'm thankful for everyone that joined. As always, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comments. If you're joining from YouTube, again, you can leave them in those comments. Marnouche will be back on the schedule Wednesday. I really enjoy teaching you guys Wednesday afternoon. Certainly a different pace, certainly a different class, and a different group of people. And if you enjoyed what I did, you can check me out tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. for another HIIT workout. And if you have the time today, I suggest you join us for our Teams meeting where we discuss getting your motivation back, keeping your motivation high, and strategies around that. Thanks for joining, Kelly. Thanks for joining, Lori, and everybody else that was out there. I will see you guys next time.